Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I just watched Tiger Woods tee off at the Masters. I mean, he didn't just start, he teed off on one of the holes. Anyhow, moving on, I'm going to talk about golf a little bit later in this video. I think you might get a kick out of it. But first, let's talk about what Sergeant Obi-Wan did. He took up my challenge that maybe we needed to get the XRP Tipbot and get some of these people on the Financial Services Committee involved where they have an XRP account so that we can either tip or just let them experiment with moving XRP from here to there so that they're actually using it, and so that the members of that committee can take this out of the context of just things they've heard, oh, that's for money laundering or that's for this, and actually use the digital assets and see how they move and see how groundbreaking it is. And so Sergeant Obi-Wan sent this to Representative Darren Soto. I'm a constituent of your district. I live in Osceola County off of 192. It may be a good idea for you and Warren Davidson to get the XRP Tipbot wallet and try it out. This may help out Congress understand just one aspect of digital assets, you and Mr. Davidson. Then he said, y'all are doing a great job. I went in and gave him the link to Status's website so that I added this and replied and said this might help them. And the link that I sent them is this. And this is for those of you who have not been to Status's website. It's stedas.hr. He has tons of graphics having to do with the XRP and Ripple community, and also very helpful graphical presentations of different aspects of XRP and Ripple, things that have been said. In this case, XRP Tipbot. This is a how-to guide. He lays out everything you need to know about the XRP Tipbot right here on one page. And so this will help these Congress people to get involved. Okay, so next, this is from XRP Crypto Wolf. 21 U.S. lawmakers urge IRS again to clarify crypto tax rules. Hold on one second, lost my train of thought. 21 U.S. lawmakers urge IRS again to clarify crypto tax rules. The congressman urged the IRS to issue more guidance clarifying taxpayers' obligations when using virtual currencies, and want a response outlining how the IRS might develop guidance by May 15th. And then below here, he says the bipartisan letter was signed by Reps Warren Davidson, Darren Soto, Tom Emmer, David Schweikert, and Ted Budd, and comes half a year after the IRS ignored a similar letter sent last fall. Taxpayers have trouble calculating how much they owe the IRS due to unanswered questions. This is progress, folks, and this is really good that these congressmen are doing this so that we can get some regulatory certainty from the IRS. Looks like Tiger Woods. I think I just saw that Tiger Woods is in first place in the Masters right now. That's a pretty big deal. That'll make it more and more popular. People love watching Tiger Woods. Okay, from ErisX Digital. This is one of the exchanges that's going to come live soon. They tweeted this. Now, this really caught my attention. A new cryptocurrency emerges with the same allure as Bitcoin. Meet Grin. Okay, now what this is a Forbes article, and they're talking about Grin, this new digital asset, a nimbler, more private version of Bitcoin. And what I was curious about is why they're comparing it to Bitcoin, what it is. And what it is that Grin this is the one thing that Bitcoin has that kind of has made Bitcoin a whole phenomena, and that is that the person that created it disappeared. And they did the same thing with Grin, and that's what caught my attention. That's what makes this interesting. The article is written by an anti-XRP person, Laura Shin. Should tell you that at the beginning. The origin story of Bitcoin is part of its appeal. An anonymous creator designs a currency, then vanishes, leaving behind mountains of digital gold untouched. That seemingly selfless act has made a near religion out of Bitcoin and helped set it apart from many other cryptocurrencies that have been spawned since. A recently launched cryptocurrency has a similar allure. The technology it's based on was proposed in a white paper posted in the Bitcoin Wizards IRC chat by a programmer named Tom Elvis Jedisser, the French name for the villain Voldemort from Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series, who then vanished. Their proposal, a protocol called Mimblewimble, named for the tongue-tying curse in Harry Potter. Afterward, another Harry Potter named anonymous developer, Ignatius Peveril, proposed the first cryptocurrency based on this technology, Grin. Launched in January, Grin went live as similarly to Bitcoin as possible in the era when the hot new cryptocurrency usually mints a few new crypto millionaires along with the first coins. It did not set aside tokens for the developers at that time, nor in any regular manner going forward, and none were pre-mined or created before the public had access to them. This philosophy was a breath of fresh air, said Daniel Lindbergh, one of the core team developers on the most recent episode of Unchained. I just thought this was interesting. Now, just as an FYI, if you want to buy Grin, you can buy it. It was about $2 and something, and you can buy it on Bittrex. I saw that. It's not on Binance yet from what I read. Okay, John McAfee decided he was going to send a shot across the XRP community's bow. Our 23rd If My Life Was a Movie award goes to Hayden Tiff. Congratulations, Tiffany. Thanks to XSim27, one of the clones we made of someone, you can clearly see the superior talent of the clone. And he tweeted out Tiffany Hayden in the cult. I guess that's an XRP Bible she's holding, and it's got a picture of the church there with the Bible open. And so they're obviously taking a shot at Tiffany Hayden. Pretty wild. I'm sure that's not going to go well for John McAfee. Okay, next from Sergeant Obi-Wan. Crypto exchange Binance announces compliance strengthening partnership. I tell you, Binance and Ripple have the most positive news in the digital assets arena. I can agree with that. I'm not going to go into this article. It kind of speaks for itself. Binance is just progress, seems like every day. Next, I got this from Peter Benstead, and this guy's at LuckyPete1988, and he sent me this, and I thought it was really cool. It's a photo of, and he said something about, imagine if XRP was the fiat, and he's got a couple of dollar bill, looks like the British pound or some kind of currency, the euro or something, and it's got XRP on it. I thought that was a cool graphic, so I'm going to use that for my thumbnail. Next, I wanted to tell you about a couple of digital assets that I've been accumulating. One of them that was people just kept on pounding me with it, and I finally looked into it, and I just wanted to read you this. In 2019, Pundi X will bring its payment. I'm only talking to you about digital assets that have real use case, okay, folks? In 2019, Pundi X will bring its payment ecosystem, the Xpos, X Wallet, and XPass, to even more consumers and businesses across the world. We have been deploying our blockchain-based point-of-sale solution and solidifying partnerships with governments, payment companies, and retailers. Together, we will achieve fast-paced growth. So these guys are actually on the ground making deals, and they're creating hardware. I guess they're creating point-of-sale systems, and they use the NPXS token, which you can get on Binance. I own some of that too. And next, I wanted to show you the Vechain Foundation. I've been accumulating Vechain as well. And these guys, this is a pretty sophisticated thing they're working on. Cold chain logistics is one of the use cases they're going after. medical and healthcare, automobile. Here, I'll read a little bit of this to you. Vechain creates a digital passport of vehicle recording, all the data including repair history, insurance, registration, even driver behavior throughout its life cycle. Vechain puts data into the hands of owners, making data management comprehensive, accessible, and transparent. Now this token is VET, and you can get this on Binance as well. But I wanted to show you, as I've told you before, I like to invest in digital assets that much smarter people than I are investing in. And so I went to look at their investors, and I saw these: Finbushi Capital, Briar Capital, Future Cap, Draper Dragon. Draper Dragon immediately caught my attention, so I looked it up. And here's Draper Dragon, our team. And these are a bunch of guys who look like they're Asian and from over in that part of the world. And then I kept going until I found special limited partner Tim Draper. Tim Draper is just like the guys over at the Digital Currency Group. He tends to pop up behind many blockchain companies that are going places. And so when I see Tim Draper or I see Barry Silbert, I immediately pay attention. They wouldn't be investing in these things if there wasn't something to them. Next, I wanted to show you this. This is from the SEC. Thinking of investing in ICOs or digital assets? There are risks, including the fact that you could be dealing with an unregistered security, an offshore or non-existent exchange, or a complete scam. Check out our spotlight page on ICOs. This is what I wanted to draw your attention to right here. Some of the exchanges, folks, I compare this to, what I compare this to is back when, I don't know if it's still illegal or not, but online gambling. There were all sorts of online gambling websites that popped up over in like, where was it? Antigua and different places like that. And so because it was illegal in the United States, you couldn't transact business. You would go to those sites and it would automatically flag you, and it would say you're in a country that is not allowed to, or where it's illegal to do this or whatever. My point in telling you that is Binance is a great example. Binance is out of Malta. Well, there could be a day, I'm not saying it'll happen, but there could be a day where the United States could just say, okay, well, you can no longer in the United States deal with Binance. You can't trade on Binance. Well, what are you going to do when all of your things are stuck on Binance? What you're going to do is you're going to lose your digital assets. That's why I keep harping on getting a Ledger Nano S. Get the Ledger Nano S. You can get one in the description of every video I do, because you need to get your digital assets off of these exchanges. It's not just hacking. It's also the regulatory uncertainty around the world. And so we can't afford to take chances on things like this. And so these things you can get. I bought one myself the other day. The Ledger Nano S's are like $59 now. And then you can get the Ledger Nano X, which is Bluetooth enabled as well. That's more expensive. It's like $100. But you can get either one. And the Nano S, they sell various colors as well, like orange or green and that type of thing. Okay, so I saw this tweet and I had to go over this. This is from Pine at Snave Mail. Saw some guy wearing a Bitcoin shirt in town today. I yelled XRP out the window at him nicely, and he shook his head at me, smiling. It was great. When I read this, it immediately made me think of Howard Stern. I'm a big Howard Stern fan, and for years, Howard Stern he nicknamed his producer, Gary Delabonte, Baba Booey. And for years at golfing events, it wasn't like directed by anyone. It just was one of those things that happened. And Howard Stern, when you watch like a golf event, you can go on YouTube. This is an actual thing they did. This was on YouTube where they actually yell after the guy tees off. You'll hear Baba Booey. And so when I read this tweet, that's what this reminded. The guy said I yelled XRP. And I was thinking to myself, wow, what a tweet. This is how movements begin. But I thought that I just laughed out loud because I remember so many times hearing those golf those golf clips where someone yells, Baba Booey. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family. Baba Booey. Thanks for listening.